welcome you to this episode of the Cattle Call. Today I'm joined by Dr. Larry Engelman from the H&E West Vet Clinic. That's a clinic I use and been using those guys ever since I was a teenager. And what we're doing today is, I know we've kind of covered a little bit on the ultrasounding for pregnancies several months ago, but there's so much that I think is important that we can talk about on this topic that we're going to do it a little bit again. We're going to kind of do it live and look at it on video as he's sexing and getting our date estimate as far as how far along the fetus is. And the one thing I'm doing, the one reason I'm doing it, and I think it has a lot of practical application moving forward for ranches of any size, but for those guys that maybe are pinched on how many cow numbers they can run and they've got to sell off X number of females a year, what I like, and one reason I'm doing it is because the sex of the fetus has an economic impact on me, and so being able to keep and know what are bulls versus females are really important. So I can see the benefit to a ranch being able to then say, okay, these are all heifer pregnancies, and we don't need those. We want them steer pregnancies, and so we've got to sell all of our 8-year-olds, or we've got to sell X number of 7, 9, 8-year-old cows, and those the ones that with the steer pregnancies are the ones we want to keep. And that way we can increase the population of the steers on the ranch, which then increases the economic efficiencies and the gain there, because steers are worth more than heifers. And so I can see that as a practical application, as well as an application in the sorting of maybe your nucleus cow herd, where you maybe want to focus more on the maternal side of it, keeping the heifer pregnancies. And then Larry, you said that some of the ranches out west have been doing this for a few years now, where they're segregating the male and female populations and at processing time in the fall. That's right. And then they calve them into separate groups, and it makes easy, management ease the next summer. Quite, add some ease of management as far as, if you're going to creep the steer calves, you don't want steer calf, maybe some management issues you may run into by having mixed sexes, or you can be more efficient with some of your management by being segregated that way. So, but if you want to, we're going to take a minute here and come on in with the camera, and I'm going to let Larry talk and explain to you what we're looking at here.
All right, so what we're finding on this bull, he's pretty big, but we can get a pretty good view of his umbilicus. If I can, here again, right there.
Oh, there it is.
And he's got the male genital tubercle right off of the umbilical cord there. It's right there.
Right here, the little nub?
Yep.
All right, so we're looking at that little nub.
To determine that this is a bull, he's awful big, so it's hard to get the other two reference points. I believe that's his scrotum.
Back here.
Yeah. I'll get to it again. Which I'm having a hard time. All right, there. I believe that's his scrotum.
Right here.
Right there. Yep.
Okay. So that's the scrotum, and then earlier we were up here closer to the umbilical cord attachment, right. And then we were seeing what would be you were calling basically his prepuce.
Yeah, so basically his prepuce, yeah.
So it'd be like his foreskin to a person. So so that's how we're going to determine the sex on the male. And you said a lot of times when you're looking at the female, you can see the evidence of teats, right?
Of teats between the legs, and then the female genital tubercle underneath the tail.
Awesome. Well, this is going to conclude this. We actually moved to a little different spot, to a different set of cows, because we had one that wasn't cooperating real good when we did the previous one. But anyways, thanks for walking us through that, and I think take a good long look at this ultrasounding for your use as far as management, herd selection. Whether you're needing more female pregnancies, or we're all commercial herds always looking for a way to get more steers because they're worth more. So, catch you later.